I was using Enzo Maresca's tactics, Enzo Maresca's way of, playing game, starting from the quarterfinal of a particular competition to judge that game against Arsenal yesterday. That is why I believed in Chelsea to, win that game yesterday. That is why I was very, very sure that at least Chelsea were going to win that game yesterday. But it turned out to be something different. Liam Rosino is a very different coach. But for the fact that he dropped some players in the bench to start that game was a very big mistake. He was thinking that Arsenal are going to, be very, very aggressive in attack. Before the starting of the game, I made a video that Arsenal are going to sit deep. I know Mikel Arteta very, very well. Mikel Arteta is a coach that he believes in his players very, very well. So with one goal up, he knows very well that his side can defend very, very well to 90 minutes. That is what he did in that game. Mikel Arteta did not play any fancy football there. He was just there defending. That was the only thing he did. And when Liam Rosino made that mistake to, bring up his two guys that used to, perform very, very well, it was late already. It was late already. I believe that he's going to, regret the fact that he did not start Cole Palmer and William Estefao. Like, he did not start those two boys. He did not start those two guys, either of them in the first half. He will regret it because I know for sure that if it was Estefao Williams that was in the other flank, or even though Obama was in that game that yesterday, at least there would have been a different case in that first half. Arsenal did not play anything. You cannot, come out to tell me that this particular Arsenal, if it was Enzo Maresca's time, Enzo Maresca would not capitalize on what Arsenal did yesterday. Arsenal did not play anything. They did not do anything. Their main aim was to just defend. They defended very, very well. That is why when Estefan William and Cole Palmer came, they were unable to, make crosses. If you do crosses in that kind of game with Arsenal, you will not be able to, win. Because you don't have a lot of players that are even, that have that height to be able to, take up ball in the air. You don't have that players. And for the fact that the only tall player that you have, you were not able to, use him very, very well. Liam Delap was not that particular player that we saw yesterday. He did not even do very well. Another player that is at least half height in Chelsea is João Pedro. But João Pedro is not as smart as he should be in the air. So for Chelsea to come in the second half and start playing and start trying at least to, do crosses, and it was a mistake, very, very big mistake. Liam Rosino should at least take correction in that game. I was thinking that he will be able to, do the Enzo Maresca's tactics that Enzo Maresca used to, come up with, especially in this game, in that kind of competition like that. It was a total disgrace yesterday for Chelsea. Total disgrace. I was not even expecting Chelsea to be that poor to the extent of not getting a goal against Arsenal. So I was expecting Chelsea at least to come out very successfully in this game, but they did not. Which I know that, I knew that game, the tactics they used in that game was very, very bad. If it was Enzo Maresca's time and Enzo Maresca was in that position to play Arsenal, no matter how worse Chelsea will be, they will come out very successfully in that game. No matter how worse Chelsea will be, because Arsenal did not do anything. Ask me what Arsenal do. The last goal that Arsenal scored in that last minute, Arsenal were just it was just a kind of luck. Chelsea had the opportunity to come out very successfully in that game. They had all the opportunity on earth to come out very successfully in that game, but they threw it away. They threw it to the thin air, which is going to give them a very, very tough time this season, because I'm not seeing them winning any particular project this season. They will not be able to come out with a successful win in a particular this season if they should continue like that. Liam Rosino should at least sit deep and watch that game very, very well. He did a lot of mistakes in that game, starting from the lineup. He's starting 11 till anywhere. Even starting three defenders. He was very, very afraid of, set pieces from Arsenal. But he did one of the biggest mistakes of his life in that game. That was a game he was supposed to be the hero. He was supposed to, gain the respect and love of Chelsea fans. But he did not. He made some mistakes that I think he will be able to, try as much as possible as he can to be able to cover up those mistakes. And let me know what you think in the comment section concerning that game, and you will never walk alone.